In today's tutorial, we'll be crocheting this very easy, beginner-friendly crochet AirPods holder. You don't really have to hold AirPods in there. You can put anything. I've got myself my measuring tape, which all your crochet supplies or anything really can just fit in, as long as it can fit in here and you want to have it on the go. So for the free pattern, if you prefer the written version, it's on my website. Be sure to find that first link in the description box. If you prefer a PDF version, it's also linked down below. Otherwise, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and share it to those you know would absolutely love it. And this makes a great gift. As you know, it's Christmas very soon and it's very inexpensive. You can make a lot from one skein of yarn and gift it to as many people as you want. So without further ado, let's get started. So the materials you need a DK weight yarn, but any weight of yarn will do, a corresponding crochet hook, yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. If you know how to make a magic ring, I will advise you do so. But since I'm focusing on the beginners, we are just going to start by making a chain of 4. So start by making a magic ring, and I like to do this by wrapping my yarn around my 3 fingers just like so, taking my hook, going underneath and looping that longer tail of yarn and just pulling it. But otherwise you can make a magic ring, you can make a slip knot in the best way you know how. And all we're going to do now is chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you don't want the chains to be too loose or too tight, so keep your perfect tension. And now into that first chain that we made, we're going to go in there and slip stitch to join. So the idea is we've formed a little circle, so that little hole that's in the center of our chains, that's what we're going to be working into as opposed to making a magic ring. So let me just do that again. You're going to make your slip knot, chain 4, and then the first chain that you made, you're going in there and you're going to slip stitch just like so. So that hole in the middle, that's where we'll be placing our stitches. Now to start working the granny squares, we're going to start by chaining 3. And chain 3 will count as a stitch. So that will count as our first granny square. So I like to just poke my finger or my nails into the center just so that my working hole is more visible. And go ahead and make 2 double crochets. So that's 1. To make a double crochet, just going to yarn over, insert your hook into that center, pull that yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So far we've got 3 double crochets, and we're going to chain 2, and we're going to place 3 more double crochets still into that same magic hole or into that same hole in the center. So that's 1. This is 2. And 3. Chain 2. So the chain 2 is actually separating the clusters of granny squares. This has made a corner. As you can see, it's made a perfect little 90-degree angle, something like that. So chain 2, that's our second corner, and we'll make 3 more double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now chain 2 again. This is our third corner, and work 3 double crochets. So as you can see, I'm actually working over that little tail at the back, just so I minimize how much I have to weave in. So if you can't see, if you don't have enough room, you can always just squeeze your granny squares out of the way to make room for your last set, your last cluster of granny squares. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now to finalize, to make it a perfect square, you chain 2, and then into that chain 3 that we did at the beginning, you're just going to go on top, into the top of the chain 3 that we made. My yarn easily splits, and you're just going to slip stitch to join. So what we have is a tiny square, as you can see. Round 2, you are going to chain 3, to start the next round. So we're only going to do a total of 3 rounds of the granny square. So we're going to be working into that previous chain 2 space. So that chain 3 acts as our first double crochet. So into there, we're just going to place 2 more double crochets. So that's 1 and 2. So now going forward, we're going to be increasing into the chain 2 spaces. So into this one, we're going to place a cluster of double crochets, chain 2 and another cluster of double crochets into that same square. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and into the same chain 2 space, just squeeze that out of the way, place 3 more double crochets. Just like that, and we have increased. Now to the next square. So we're only working into the chain 2 spaces. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Just like so. And then into the next one. If I'm going too fast, you can feel free to pause the video. Into the next one, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And then to finalize this round, you remember we started with the 3 double crochets into that first corner. So we're going to place 3 double crochets. And chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of that first chain 3 that we made. And we have got 2 rows of granny squares. So starting our final row, we'll start the same way we started round 2. So you chain 3 and place 2 double crochets into that previous chain 2. Now this row is different. Between those 2 clusters, we'll also be placing another cluster of double crochet. So in the previous row, we'll place 3 double crochets in there. So it would look like that. And then we'll go into the corner and do what we do the corners. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. That's 2 and 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets right in there. And then into that previous space down below, we are going to go in with another cluster of double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then into that corner, we make another increase. That's 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets in there. And in between, place a cluster of double crochets and work my next corner by increasing. 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets in there. And then into that space, so this is the final space, 3 double crochets. And then we're back at the beginning. So what we're going to do here is work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and slip stitch to close the round. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then I'll count the third So 1, 2, 3, and I'll slip stitch. And that's us. We've completed the round. This is how big, unless your AirPods are bigger, but as for mine, they will fit perfectly fine. So now we are going to make the little loops. And to do that, you're just going to chain one. And into that same stitch where we slip stitched, so into there, you'll place your first single crochet. So remember there's 3 through 6. So in other words, there's a total of 9 stitches on top of the double crochets, excluding the corners, because there's 2 chains in every corner. So you should have 9, 9, 9, and 9 single crochets plus 2, 2, 2, and 2 for the corners. But what we're doing right now, we have just made our first single crochet. Now I want you to work 4 more single crochets. So this is the next one, and you want to pay attention because it's easy to miss. After that first single crochet, the next one is a bit pulled, but it's that stitch right there. So 1, the next one, 2, 3, and 4. So after you work your 4 single crochets, you want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to continue working single crochets until the corner. Okay, and now we are going to place 2 single crochets into that chain 2 space. So that's 1 and 2, and then you're just going to work single crochets on top of the previous double crochets. So there'll be a total of 9 single crochets on each side, then the corner, and so on and so forth. So you just want to single crochet as I'm doing all the way around. So we're almost at that corner, and I'll show you one more time how we do it. So here at the corner, you're just going to place 1 and 2 single crochets in there. So continue doing that going around, and I'll meet you at the beginning. Then we'll finish that all together. What I'm left now is to make 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and 2. On top of that first single crochet that we made, so if it's hard for you to see, you can just count down. We did 5 single crochets before the loop. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So on top of this, which would be the first single crochet you made, you're just going to slip stitch, join the round, chain 1, and grab your scissors fast enough. So that's 1. Making the second granny square is the exact same way that we did this one. So if you need guidance, go start the video again. The only difference now will be making this loop right here. So instead of chaining 4, we're going to be chaining 20, unless you want your loop to be longer than that. This is what a chain 20 looks like. So if you want yours to be so much longer, let's say you want to tie it to your bag or handbag or something like that, then you might want to chain 40, even 60. That is up to you. But this is what a chain 20 looks like. So if it's a chain 40, it's going to be double the size of that. So we'll probably like from here to here. This would probably be the length. So repeat this. The only difference is, again, instead of chaining 4, you are going to be chaining 20. So do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you guys so that we can sew them together to finalize our crochet patch. After you're done with the upper one, this is what it should be looking like. So I did these 2 differently. So one of them, I used my crochet hook to just crochet both granny squares together, and the other one I used a yarn needle. Personally, I'll say the truth, I prefer the one that used the crochet hook. So that's what I'm going to show you guys. If you're uncomfortable with that, you can always just cut off the yarn, leave a long tail, grab your yarn needle, put them together. So wrong sides facing each other. And the wrong side is where that yarn tail is coming out of, and it doesn't look as neat as the other side. So you have the wrong sides facing each other like that. And when sewing, you're only going to sew downwards like this because you want to leave an opening at the top. So this way, and up here. So as for me, I'm going to be single crocheting them together all the way around. And I'll try and make this as beginner friendly as I can. But if it's too hard for you, then please leave a bit of a tail. And by bit of a tail, I mean about yay long. Let's just say leave 12 inches of yarn, cut it off, and that's where your yarn needle will come in useful. Otherwise, you want to chain one, assuming you haven't already. And into that same stitch where you joined, I'm just going to insert my hook. And that's at the corner. So I'm going to find this opposite stitch on the opposite granny square at the corner, top of that corner, because we connected after the chain twos. So that would be chain two and we slip stitch to join. So right in there, and you want to single crochet them together, just like so. And then I will turn this around because now we're just going to be single crocheting around as we go. So into that next available single crochet, insert your hook and do the same on the other granny square and single crochet them together like so. And the next one, single crochet them together just like so. And you're going to do this going all the way around. As we're doing so, it's connecting and looking nice and neat. And at the corners, all we're doing right now is single crocheting on top of the previous single crochets. And you want to make sure your stitches are as accurate as possible. You may be off by one stitch because it's hard to tell, but it's fine because it won't show in your final piece. So this is what I'm doing, single crocheting, and you don't have to watch me work all the way around. Pause the video, do the same, and I'll meet you guys towards the end. So now I'm towards the end of the round. And just like so. You can go into that last one if you want, but I don't see the point because I think the opening is wide enough. And now we're just gonna chain one, cut that yarn off and pull it tight. So now all you have to do is weave in these ends. So far, only ends we have to weave in are these two. And I like to just use my crochet hook because this yarn keeps splitting, meaning it's hard for me to get it into a yarn needle. And then I like to just pull it onto the inside. And as long as I can't see it, it's fine by me. And I'll do the exact same thing with, I'm so sorry if I keep going off camera. I'll do the same thing with the other one and I'll just put it so that it's on the inside of my bag. Just like so. And to close, all you're doing is pinching that little chain four we made and pulling that closed. So you can put about anything in here. You can put your crochet supplies. So if you're going somewhere and you're carrying a little bag, you can put in your measuring tape or, I don't know, stitch counter, your AirPods or earbuds, as I'm doing. Because as this is yarn, it tends to stretch a bit and just like that. You can put candy in there or whatever it is that you want to put in. They hold quite a bit and they're small, cute, and quick to make. So you can use this. They make great gifts as well and great projects to practice on as a beginner. If you like the video, don't forget to like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.